Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on March 24th. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm Damian Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. We're going to first check in with Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress this morning as we are kicking off spring break. I'm sure today's going to be a great day to get outside and enjoy the sun.
Definitely a great day to be heading outside. It was pretty nice yesterday. We were still seeing some cloud coverage out there, but temperatures were beginning to warm up, but it'll be even warmer today. But taking a look out at Grants Pass, we are dealing with a little bit of fog this morning and low-level clouds that have developed. We'll see that in some areas into our west side valleys this morning. Temperatures of 41 degrees. It is colder as we head over east side, 33 right now in Klamath Falls, Montague 37, and a bit warmer to the coast, 50 at Gold Beach. Now for today, we are warming up. You'll see above average high temperatures. We'll be staying dry with bright skies, and it'll be even warmer for tomorrow. But into the Rogue Valley, expect your high temperatures into the upper 70s. So by the time you're heading home from work today, if you're starting off with a jacket this morning, you definitely won't be needing it. And even over east side, those high temperatures making it into the upper 60s for today. A high of 67 for Klamath Falls. Into Northern California, 62 for Wairika, and along the coast into the mid 60s for your day. So it's still above average no matter where you're heading. But as we're heading into the next few days, we'll still be dry into our Tuesday and Wednesday is when the chance for showers does return to the region, mainly going to be over to the west side, and we have the chance for possibly some thunderstorms as well. So coming up in our next forecast, we'll go ahead and break down what you can expect the next few days.
Thousands of postal workers nationwide protested against the dismantling of the U.S. Postal Service. This comes less than 2 weeks after the Postmaster General agreed to cut 10,000 jobs and billions of dollars from the budget. Protests with the NALC took place across the country with nearly 3,000 members of the union, with many members calling out representatives for not speaking up about the Postal Service and fighting against privatization.
This is when communities come together, is to save service that we provide. The Postal Service is a brand, and we provide that service.
Protesters are defending the U.S. Postal Service amid growing concerns about dismantling and privatization of the service. This comes less than 2 weeks after the Postmaster General announced in a letter to Congress with plans to cut 10,000 workers and billions of dollars from the USPS budget in coordination with the Department of Government Efficiency.
The Klamath County Sheriff's Office has opened another pod in their jail, nearly doubling its capacity. The county trying to increase public safety by tackling understaffing issues. The Sheriff's Office said increasing inmate capacity is a huge step to hold people accountable. The Corrections Department was understaffed for 10 months, and during that time, the district attorney was making pleas that they wouldn't usually make. The new leadership in the county has now removed a funding freeze and invested money into bringing the jail and Sheriff's Office back to full staff.
We're facing a giant problem if we don't find a fix and an alternate revenue stream to fund our sheriff's office. So forward thinking, we're trying some initiatives right now throughout the county with policing districts.
The county is using federal forest dollars that usually go towards roadways to instead fund the patrols on those roadways. On the upcoming May ballot, East Klamath County can vote to approve a levy that would fund a sheriff's district made up of 4 deputies, a patrol sergeant, and a code enforcement officer. The area is often targeted for crime because of absentee landowners. The levy puts an equal weight on the purely landowners and the people who live and work in eastern Klamath.
Levies are often voted down, but if the county doesn't have a new stream of funding, the correctional facility could once again be cut down operationally in just 24 months. You can head to our website to see a better breakdown of what landowners could pay to secure that new district that, if passed, would be duplicated around the county.
Republican Medford Representative Kim Wallen is urging the U.S. Attorney to initiate a federal investigation into the Oregon Youth Authority, following allegations of sexual abuse at the McLaren Youth Correctional Facility. Representative Wallen told NewsWatch 12 the severity and extent of these allegations are deeply troubling. Firing one person at the top is not enough. It is imperative that we uncover the truth and ensure that such egregious violations of trust and safe are never repeated.
Since the collapse of the North Medford High School gym, demolition work has begun to assess the damage and determine the next steps for the rebuilding process. Crews dismantling the gym in phases for the assessment. The next steps are ongoing engineer assessments, selecting a professional service team by this Thursday, and shoring the structure for stability. The district is still working towards a temporary facility for students and their athletes. Once demolition is complete, the design phase will begin, and the district is aiming for a temporary facility by fall.
Continuing on our flood recovery coverage, many residents in Southern Oregon also are still grappling with the aftermath. One woman in Trail watched in disbelief as part of her yard was swept away by the floodwaters.
We show up to her property and the half of the yard just was completely just collapsed over the driveway where we couldn't even get to her house through the car. So we had to walk around it in the area that was still intact in order to get to her house. When we showed up and said, "What happened to your yard?" she says, "What are you talking about?" And she had no idea.
While the damage to her grandmother's home was minimal, the landslide left the family in a tense situation, worried about future risks of more flooding. Thankfully, they were able to clear the driveway within 2 days with the help of their family and some equipment.
Oregon Office of Emergency Management is focusing on recovery efforts while encouraging residents to prepare for future natural disasters. As emergency teams assess the damage, OEM is urging homeowners to consider flood insurance. Many residents are unaware that standard homeowners insurance may not cover flood damage, making it important to check your policy and talk to your insurance broker about additional coverage.
Disasters like these or emergencies like these are great times for you to think about what kind of coverage do I have, and go talk to your insurance broker, your insurance company, and ask those hard questions. Do I have flood insurance? Should I have flood insurance? And how much could it cost me?
With the risk of future flooding and natural disasters, the OEM recommends talking to your insurance provider to make sure that you are fully covered. But if your home is damaged and you need to file a claim, you should contact your insurance provider as soon as possible. You should also take photos and videos before removing or repairing anything, keep all records, and provide any requested information, and use your payout wisely. You should also beware of any unlicensed contractors.
In a scam alert, officials are warning flood victims to watch out for fraudsters trying to take advantage of the disaster. Scams may include fake fundraisers on platforms like GoFundMe, fraudulent contractors offering repairs, and even people posing as government workers. To protect yourself, always verify charities before donating, never pay contractors in cash, and check licenses and get multiple estimates in writing. And remember, government workers will never ask for money. If something seems suspicious, you can report it to the Oregon Department of Justice Consumer Protection Hotline.
Parks in Josephine County are now offering some free camping to disabled veterans. Veterans with a service-connected disability have a chance to take one camping trip a year with up to 3 nights for free at any Josephine County campground. The program is a joint creation from County Parks and Veteran Service Directors and County Commissioner Chris Barnett. For more information on how you can claim your free camping trip, you can head to our website, kdrv.com.
The passing of boxing champion George Foreman has saddened and shocked the community.
Steve Cortez, a longtime friend and training camp teammate originally from Klamath Falls, shares his memories with us, saying, "Sad to hear the passing of George. He was a great friend and will be missed. We shared many wonderful times, especially during his retirement campaign in the 90s with 7 world title fights." Cortez added that he had just recently spoken with Foreman about 2 weeks ago and was baffled by the news of his passing.
Cortez also reflected on Foreman's time in the Grants Pass area, where he spent part of his youth describing the experience as formative for the future champion. It was an honor being part of history with such a great boxer and man. And take a look at this video. A viewer captured a bear and her cub wandering through the driveway in Ashland. As more bears emerge this spring, the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife reminded residents to take precautions like keeping pet food indoors and regularly cleaning garbage containers. The goal is to keep both people and bears safe by reducing attractants around the home. And if you see a bear, do not approach or feed it. You can find more tips on ODFW's website.
So so cute to see on camera, but not something you want to see walking out your door. Now, something you do want to see is the Friends of the Animals dog adoption event on Saturday at Blackbird in Phoenix, with 9 dogs at the event looking for their forever homes and best friends. You can see on your screens that these 9 dogs were super friendly and excited to meet some new friends, showing off their playful energy and lovable personalities. Organizers hoping to see these pups find new homes in the coming days.